As the role of artificial intelligence and the need to better manage and integrate real time data continue to grow in government, so do the challenges of cost effectively and efficiently assessing, managing, and processing all that data securely and driving innovation. I'm Wyatt Cash, and here to talk about this evolving federal IT landscape is Louis Shepard, Chief Technology Officer, Federal at Broadcom, and a former senior advisor at the Department of Defense. Louis, welcome.
Good to see you again, Wyatt. Thanks for having me.
So, Louis, I'd like to ask, the new administration has stressed the importance of IT modernization within the federal government, but at the same time is looking to reduce the overall cost of government operations, including IT. So let's assume you're the Chief Technology Officer for the federal government. What does modernizing government technology look like and mean to you?
Well, that's a dangerous assumption, Wyatt, but thank you. And it's interesting. I was just speaking with an agency CIO this morning, and this is very much top of mind for all my CTO and CIO colleagues across the government. I'm very empathetic with what these agencies are facing, and it's understandable. Those twin demands, they need to be surmountable because we need solid, efficient government. And to get there, the answer for a long time, for more than a decade, has been cloud. We need cloud. And that's understandable. And actually, the answer still is cloud, but we need to think very solidly about what cloud means for federal agencies and federal enterprise organizations, what it can and should do for the organization and for the customers and citizens that they serve. So at Broadcom, we've spent a lot of time thinking about this since our acquisition. I know you spoke recently with our CEO, Hock Tan, about what we've been doing to try and marry the solutions to those twin challenges, to be able to provide more productive IT services within large organizations, and to do it in a really efficient manner and reap cost savings that can be used for more resources to be able to identify and solve hard problems with great, productive, effective technologies. Really, the answer is that you have to look at what we call the three pillars that you can see on the slide, the three pillars of advanced technology, solid security, and really productive technological solutions. Those things come with some trade-offs in between them if they're not really architected well. And the opportunity to provide advanced technologies today, particularly AI, and do so in a really secure fashion, and to do it for the most productive, deployable technology is all about speed. How can you do something as fast as possible, take advantage of what resources you already have technologically within the enterprise, and to do that in an affordable way so that you have the resources to be able to provide new solutions and support. We find that these things don't come at the cost of security, that technologies can be provided in a way that's secure within enterprise governance, that cost and complexity don't have to come as a trade-off from compliance. And those three C's of facing the challenges of cost and complexity and compliance, they really can be addressed with a smart approach to deploying cloud.
So we recently visited with your CEO, Hock Tan, and he noted that cloud is not a destination for data and apps, but an operating model to optimize data and applications. Can you expand on what you all mean by that and why that's important for the federal government to consider when it looks at cloud operations?
Well, it is a fresh look because when we've said cloud for the last 15 years, we've pretty much meant only one thing, and that was public cloud. And that was understandable because 15 years ago, there really was only one way to be able to get advanced technology solutions from cloud services and to be able to deploy it within an enterprise, and that was to go to the public cloud. But even that notion of to go to a cloud, the cloud is not a destination, it's not a place, it's an operating model, the cloud operating model. And actually, this is where the federal government especially has been ahead of the game in understanding this, because NIST which we all rely on for our definitional record approaches to technologies, NIST has actually defined for years the cloud operating model. Cloud is an operating model that defines exactly how we, and they go into great detail, helpful detail, how we actually build and deploy and run cloud services. And for most of the federal government, like most of the commercial world, that has increasingly been in a private cloud construct, really valuably. More so for commercial, which is moving even faster back to private cloud because it's a faster cost to value. This is a way to really reap the benefits of the cloud operating model with your existing infrastructure. And this does provide a faster means, a very secure means, if you're running a private cloud within your own enterprise construct. Private cloud offers for your users, for the citizens that you serve, the same benefits, the same ease of operation, the same kinds of developer platforms and tools and libraries to construct and deploy and run and manage and secure great customer services for the end users. All within a cloud operating model, all within your own enterprise, something you can manage and control.
So I'd like to follow up on that by asking you to better define what a private cloud operating model really could and should look like for federal agencies.
Well, this is where, as VMware, we've got a lot of experience in running a cloud operating model on a private cloud platform. And that's really what you need is you need platform thinking. Platform thinking for a private cloud is that you have the ability for those who are the IT professionals and your admins who actually know how to build and manage and run cloud services independently, that they have the management plane that offers them the ability across the enterprise to control and in a very agile fashion spin up and flexibly bring down services very rapidly for different kinds of surge needs. Certainly the Department of Defense, very important customer for us and important for the nation that they have the opportunity in times of crisis or unexpected demands on defense components that they're able to flex up and down with what kinds of services they provide. A private cloud platform is really the best, most affordable means to do that. But it also means that for the cloud operating model for a government service, a government agency needs to actually be able to provide world-class services for its own developers in a very highly secure way because of the data. The importance of the secure, confidential, personal data that the government is collecting and maintaining on behalf of its citizens. That's very important for CIOs to be able to control and manage and yet provide the kinds of advanced services, now increasingly using AI, the kinds of applications, new apps, and to run all those on whatever platform environment they have. So to be able to run those natively, to be able to run native apps, to be able to run and build and manage apps on whether they're on VMs or on Kubernetes and containers, to have the flexibility to be able to manage and control and secure the apps and the data that the apps run on across any kind of environment within a private cloud, and to be able to provide world-class cloud services with AI. That's really the opportunity now that CIOs and CTOs have for private cloud to be able to match and exceed the performance, speed, and cost metrics that that the citizens really want them to meet these days.
So in a recent blog that Hock Tan also wrote, he called on the use of private cloud as a way for federal government to meet its goals of advancing IT modernization and reducing the operating costs of IT. He also noted that he's doing just that at Broadcom. So are there ways to measure the cost and the mission effectiveness of private cloud? And if so, what can we expect and how would you describe those measures?
Yeah, first off, this approach, private cloud, really is the fastest possible way to achieve a cloud operating model, and it's the fastest way to do it in an affordable government budget way. We have studies that shown, and we've proven this internally as well, because we've used a private cloud platform across all of Broadcom now, the VMware private cloud platform, and we've shown in other data supports that there's a 10-month payback. So only 10 months, inside a year, ROI. And that's critically important for government in this budgetary environment, to be able to have that kind of speed to value. And that's a private cloud approach. You're still getting the exact benefits, same kind of world-class services and AI opportunities that you have with public cloud. You're just getting it a lot faster, and you're getting it a lot more affordably. The kind of costs that are unpredictable that you get in a public cloud environment, I know this from experience, with data egress and ingress costs, it can get very unpredictably unaffordable. And so it's very important to be able to have your own ability to control and predict those costs in a private cloud platform. You also have the opportunity of better management. When you have better management of your data, your apps, you wind up having higher productivity per employee. Employees are able to do more in their environments. They're able to be more effective in producing great government services. And there's the side benefit, which CISOs consider, their prime directive, which is it's far more secure. And that's measurable. So it's not just having the security within your own environment, it's also the lower cost of remediation and time back to service after security events. All these metrics demonstrate that private cloud is actually an optimal approach to be able to provide a cloud operating model, world-class cloud services on your own data, within your own environment, and with the kind of tools that your developers, engineers, and IT professionals and admins really want to use.
Well, it sounds like we're at a very significant inflection point in the use of cloud in government. Louis Shepard, thank you so much for taking a few minutes to share some of your perspectives on that, and how private cloud is really giving federal agencies a more effective way and more secure way to manage their data, especially as we enter this age of AI.
Thanks, Wyatt. Appreciate it.